Dr. G.S. Parashar, ex-Pro Vice Chancellor of Nagpur University. Dr. C. Vibhusari sir, Dean Faculty of Education, Rashtrasant Tukaroji Maharaj, Nagpur University. Dr. Ashok Jyutode sir, Chairman, Board of Studies of Education, Rashtrasant Tukaroji Maharaj, Nagpur University. All the members of Board of Studies of both Rashtrasant Tukaroji Maharaj, Nagpur University and Gondwana University. Head of Department of Rashtrasant Tukaroji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Dr. Respected Koti sir. Principal, Dr. Kishore Vats sir, Principal of various B.Ed and M.Ed colleges of both the universities, teachers and each one present here. Especially Dr. Rajshri Vaishnav ma'am, आप सभी का हार्दिक स्वागत है.
Light indicates the dispel of darkness. All good work, academic or otherwise, as well as social, start with lighting of lamp. This custom has a deep intellectual and spiritual significance. All our activities should be covered with knowledge of Dharam and Karan. Friends, nothing is more precious than knowledge, and no wealth greater than it. It is this knowledge which backs our good and bad intention and deed. Where there is light, darkness cannot be. Where there is knowledge, ignorance must quit.
Deepa Jyoti Param Brahma, Deepa Jyoti Janardhana, Deepama Hartu Papam, Deepa Jyoti Namastute.
Prosperity, good health, abundance of knowledge, wealth. He, the destroyer of ignorance. I now request our esteemed dignitaries to come forward to lit the lamp.
Madam.
Promotion of capabilities of inculcating national values and goals as mentioned in the Constitution of India, to act as agents of modernization and social change, to promote social cohesion, international understanding and protection of human rights and right of child, to acquire competencies and skill needed for becoming effective teachers, to develop critical awareness about social realities among students, to be sensitive about emerging issues such as environment, population, gender equality and legal literacy. The only solution to all these problems, it seems, is the choice-based credit system for higher education. This educational reform is a method which we should adopt. This will be presented now by Dr. Rajshri Vaishnav ma'am.
Dr. Rajshri S. Vaishnav, Associate Professor, Postgraduate Department of Education, RTM Nagpur University, Nagpur in MSc in Botany, M.Ed, PhD in Education, NET in Education, SET in Education. She is a product of Institute of Education, Center of Excellence, Devi Ahilya, Vishwavidyalaya Indore. She is the recipient of National Merit Scholarship, Government of India. She has 25 years of teaching and research experience. Dr. Vaishnav has conducted several researches and action researches and published more than 50 research papers, articles in various international and national journals and conferences. Her research areas in the field of computer-aided instruction, multimedia instruction, program instruction, online learning and evaluation, virtual classroom, learning disabilities, guidance and counseling, etc. Dr. Vaishnav has authored 14 reference books and 2 research monographs. Her 6 books are published by Scholars Press Germany and Lombard Academic Publishing, Deutschland, Germany. She is also a doctoral level research guide in the Faculty of Education of RTM Nagpur University. 15 students have been awarded their doctoral degree and 5 students have submitted their thesis under her guidance. Presently, She is supervising 8 doctoral level research projects in the Faculty of Education. Dr. Vaishnav is also visiting faculty at Academic Staff College, Remedial Coaching Center for NET SET of Rashtrasant Tukadoji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur. She has conducted various workshops and expert lectures for in-service teachers of university, colleges and schools. She has developed 12 learning resources that includes group guidance program for adolescents, computer-aided instructional material for 9th class biology for CBSE students, program learning material on environmental education for adults, secondary and primary level learners, integrated curriculum for multi-grade schools, etc.
I now request ma'am kindly proceed with the credit praise.
Good morning, everybody. Today, I am going to discuss before you some of the issues related with the higher education and Indian education system, especially India. And for this session, I need an interactive session because it will be helpful to me also and you also to understand the much awaited reform of Indian higher education, that is the choice-based credit system. If we look at the present scenario of Indian education, India, the fastest growing economy of world, having around 9% growing rate, unable to meet future challenges because the 80% passed out graduates do not have employability skill. This is sometime we say that, and this is a fact with us. Another important, more than 50% students prefer university of abroad for higher education. 50% से ज़्यादा बच्चों को यदि पूछा जाए कि आपको कहाँ पढ़ना है तो they prefer universities of abroad. This is one of the reality. Majority of colleges or institutions of higher education are facing identity crisis in India. We are not recognized as a good or better universities worldwide. If we look at the scenario of the universities in 2014, out of 300 worldwide recognized universities, no Indian university is in the list. Only few IITs are there that are the institution. This is one of the reality. Unemployment rate is increasing rapidly from last 5 years. पिछले 5 सालों में बहुत ज़्यादा unemployment बढ़ गया है. There has been and one very important fact that कि before independence तो हमारा literacy rate था वो 12% था. लेकिन after independence आज हमारा literacy rate है 74.0%. Still the companies and the employers are not getting the employable workers or skilled workers or employees. So how to tackle this problem? This is one of the very important question which we have to think. So what to do? I just want your opinion. What we have to do? If we want to change this system, क्या हमें इस system को बदलना होगा? Of course we need to change this system. Then what to do? इन सब चीजों की समस्या के लिए क्या करा जाए? Sorry, just please I need an interactive. Anyone? क्या सोचते हैं आप लोग? Yes, one is the very important to develop skills among the students. Or anything else?
We have to change the syllabus.
Yes, we have to reform our syllabus. Very good. Anything? Anything else?
We can change through education only, ma'am. Education is the only way.
Yeah, education is the only mean to change the entire scenario. So these are the few thoughts which we always think as a teacher educator, because we all are the backbone of our country and somehow we are the backbone of our economy also. Because if we have to proceed with the growing rate of economy, we have to improve our education system. Like we have to reform the system, we have to adopt changes, we have to switching over from an age-old system to a completely new system of education. Then we have to develop, of course, employability skills among the youths and build compatible institutions at par with the world. And number of lists are there. So looking apart all these things, the UGC and the Prime Minister of India has given a call to all the universities' vice chancellors to change their existing system of higher education into a new pattern of education that we call choice-based credit system. So my today's presentation is based on what this choice-based credit system, what is the need of this choice-based credit system, and how we can proceed for this system. Because it is now from as the recommendations of the UGC and our Honorable Dr. Smriti Irani, they want that every university should implement this system from 2016 onwards. Because this type of workshop has already been conducted in various places, and majority of university has prepared their system based on the credit system. But now the new choice is the choice-based credit system. So let us proceed with that. This choice-based credit system leads towards the academic reform for high performance of international standards for all. That we assume that if we adopt for the choice-based credit system, we can be at par with the other world universities. Because in all over the world, universities are having this type of system. Every university, like if you go for the Harvard University, if you go for the Stanford University, if you go for the IITs, in fact, if you go for the good Indian universities, especially the technical universities, they have adopted this system. In fact, in Maharashtra also, the Mumbai University has already done the credit system in their syllabus, and I am happy to say that because I have conducted a workshop at Gondwana University also. That Gondwana University has taken birth from our university only, but from last 3 years they have adopted the grading system and the semester system in their syllabus. So I think that they are 3 years ahead of our university. So now friends, it's time to change our mindset and to move towards this choice-based credit system. My today's motto is also the same, because what we as academicians and as a member of this university, we feel that our syllabus should be upgraded very high, because we all know that most of the time our students do not have employability skill. This is the fact. The students are roaming here and there for the job. Another important, though we are giving them training for the teacher education, but we are doubtful about their teaching skills. So this is one of the major reason we need to reform our system, and the sole motto is that we should build a system which will be useful for all, which will be applicable for all, and which will be suitable for we teachers also, because in all over India there is a quality dearth among the teachers also. So we have to reform ourselves. This is one of the reason. Now before going for the choice-based credit system, let us understand what is higher education. So higher education contributes to the development of abilities and skills related with our cognitive, affective and psychomotor domain. It also promotes civic behavior, nation building and social cohesion through the transmission of democratic values and cultural norms. This is the basic motto of the higher education. If I talk about the purpose of higher education, what is the purpose of Indian higher education? So that is acquisition of knowledge and skill. This is one of the basic purpose of higher education. Then developing the ability to reason systematically and place facts in a broader context. That is one of the motto and the purpose of our higher education. That our students should be able to consider the moral implications of action and choices. This is one of the reason. Then to communicate, the students should be able to communicate knowledge and questions effectively. The higher education students should have lifelong learning behavior outside the formal setting also. If they leave the university, they should have the ability or they should have the choice for the lifelong learning behavior. Another important, to develop skills of analysis, synthesis and argumentation. This is one of the basic purpose of higher education. Now, what are the challenges before the higher education? This is very important कि higher education के सामने क्या-क्या challenges हैं. बहुत सारे challenges हैं, जैसे मैंने आपको शुरुआत में ही बताया कि majority of students के अंदर knowledge dearth है, majority of students के अंदर skills का अभाव हो रहा है. So, some of the challenges which I want to quote before you. Nowadays, there is shift of philosophy from idealism to pragmatism. हम ये कहते हैं कि हमारा सिस्टम 20 साल पुराना है, हम अभी बहुत सक्सेसफुली रहे हैं, हमारी ग्रोथ 9% हो गई है, तो हमें ज़रूरत क्या है चेंज करने की। बहुत सिंपल सा रीज़न है फ्रेंड्स कि देयर इज अ शिफ्ट ऑफ फिलोसॉफी फ्रॉम आइडियलिज्म टू pragmatism. Why this shifting is occurring? Because there is an increase in the knowledge as well as the concept of globalization, and the global world is basically following the philosophy of pragmatism. So if we see, look at the Indian social system, our ideology is shifting from idealism to pragmatism. To suit this pragmatic philosophy, we need to train our youngsters, we need to train our graduates in various skills. So one is the basic challenge of higher education is to equip students with knowledge, to develop skills suitable for employment sector for the diverse section of the community. That is very, very important, because we have very, very diverse section of the community, and you know that in 90% the employment is in the area of non-formal sector, and where the unskilled laborers are working. So this is one of the important issue before the higher education. Now to generate employment for all, ये भी बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि हमारे यहाँ अनएम्प्लॉयमेंट का रेट बहुत ज़्यादा है और पिछले 5 सालों में तो बहुत ज़्यादा बढ़ चुका है। दूसरी बात, यदि हमारे यूथ्स को एम्प्लॉयमेंट मिल रहा है तो उनका जो रेट है, ग्रोथ रेट है, वो बहुत ही पुअर है। यदि मैं आपसे आज के 20 साल पुराने अमेरिका की बात करूं, तो 20 साल पहले अमेरिका का लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड हमारे लिविंग स्टैंडर्ड के भी समान था, और आज क्या स्थिति है, हम बहुत ज़्यादा पॉवर्टी की तरफ बढ़ते चले जा रहे हैं। कारण यही है कि हमारे यूथ्स के पास में प्रॉपर एम्प्लॉयमेंट नहीं है, उनकी एनर्जी को ट्रैक करने के लिए हमारे पास प्रॉपर सिस्टम नहीं है। इसी तरीके से इफ आई वांट टू कोट बिफोर यू द एग्जांपल ऑफ चाइनीज यूनिवर्सिटी, आज के 12 साल पहले इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटी और चाइनीज यूनिवर्सिटी एट पार थी, उनका स्टैंडर्ड ऑलमोस्ट सेम था, बट आज की सिचुएशन में 22 चाइनीज यूनिवर्सिटी आर इन द 100 लिस्ट ऑफ वर्ल्ड यूनिवर्सिटीज। सो ये बहुत ज़्यादा ट्रिमेंडस ग्रोथ है, जबकि दोनों एशियन कंट्रीज हैं। तो ये चीज़ें हमें आज समझना बहुत ज़रूरी है, क्योंकि जब तक हम इन रिफॉर्म्स और चैलेंजेस की तरफ अपना ध्यान नहीं देंगे, हम अपने आप को चेंज नहीं कर पाएंगे। Then another important aspect to make the necessary socio-economic development of the country, ये भी हमारे सामने एक बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है। So the institution of higher education should have a clear understanding of the needs and aspiration of the students and nation. As a member of the institution of the higher education, हमें बहुत पता होना चाहिए कि आज की जनरेशन की नीड क्या है और हमारे नेशन की नीड क्या है, हमारे यूथ की एस्पिरेशंस क्या है और ग्लोबल वर्ल्ड हमसे क्या चाह रहा है। क्योंकि आपको पता है इंडिया सबसे बड़ा हब है यूथ्स का, और आने वाले समय में 25% जो वर्ल्ड को कैप्चर करने वाला है वो इंडियन यूथ ही करने वाले हैं। लेकिन वो कब कर पाएंगे, जब वो वर्ल्ड लेवल पे कॉम्पिटिटिबल होंगे। सो फॉर टू मीट दिस चैलेंजेस ना, ये सारी चीज़ें तो हम चैलेंजेस की बात करते हैं, लेकिन लेट अस लुक बैक अवर एजुकेशन सिस्टम कि व्हाई वी नीड रिफॉर्म। ये कुछ फैक्ट्स मैं आपके साथ में शेयर करना चाहती हूँ, बिकॉज आई एम ऑल्सो अ पार्ट ऑफ दिस, आई एम अ टीचर फ्रॉम लास्ट 25 ईयर्स, सो आई डू बिलीव इन दिस थिंग कि वी आर फॉलोइंग द टीचर सेंट्रिक अप्रोच। हमारी जो अप्रोच है वो पूरी तरह टीचर सेंट्रिक है। हम कभी नहीं पूछते कि मैं ये सब्जेक्ट क्यों पढ़ा रही हूँ और इस पढ़ाने के बाद में स्टूडेंट का एक्सपोजर कैसे होगा, देन कौन सी एक्टिविटीज़ स्टूडेंट को किन एक्टिविटीज़ में इंगेज करना बहुत ज़रूरी है, और लर्निंग की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ क्या होना चाहिए, ये भी चीज़ें हम कभी नहीं पूछ पाते हैं। ये हमारा एक नीड है रिफॉर्म की। फिर वी हैव लैक कॉन्टेक्स्ट बेस्ड अप्रोच, हमारी जो अप्रोच है वो उसमें लैकिंग है थोड़ा सा, एंड हमारे पास में कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है कि हम स्टूडेंट्स को ग्रुप वर्क कराएं, हम उनको डाटा कलेक्शन या हम उनसे कुछ रिसर्चेस कराएं, क्योंकि इंडियन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ की रिसर्चेस बहुत पुअर हैं और उसी के कारण हमारा डेवलपमेंट थोड़ा सा अफेक्ट हो रहा है। अनदर कि हमारे पास में कम्युनिटी इन्वॉल्वमेंट की कोई जगह नहीं है, क्योंकि मैंने आपसे पहले ये कहा कि भारत में एम्प्लॉयर्स सब तरफ लोग चाहते हैं, आप भी सभी टीचर एजुकेशन इंस्टीट्यूशन वाले हैं, सारे स्कूल्स आपको अप्रोच करते हैं कि हमें अच्छे टीचर्स दीजिए, दे ऑलवेज डिमांड गुड टीचर्स, एंड व्हाट वी से हम 200 स्टूडेंट उनके सामने रखते हैं, उसमें से हार्डली कोई 1 या 2 उसमें से सिलेक्ट हो पाता है, जबकि उनके पास में रिक्वायरमेंट होती है 20-20, 25-25 टीचर्स की रिक्वायरमेंट होती है, बिकॉज एवरीबडी वांट्स क्वालिटी, और हम उस क्वालिटी को देने में थोड़ा सा अक्षम हो रहे हैं। नाउ वी डू नॉट हैव इंटरडिसिप्लिनरी मोबिलिटी हमारे पास में कि कोई बच्चा यदि साइंस का है तो उसको जिंदगी भर साइंस की तरफ ही रहना है, वो ह्यूमैनिटीज पर शिफ्ट नहीं हो सकता है। ये एक बेसिक एस्पेक्ट हमारे साथ में है। हमारे पास में लेक ऑफ मल्टीडिसिप्लिनरी अप्रोच है। हमारा जो एनवायरनमेंट है वो बहुत ही क्लोज और आइसोलेटेड एनवायरनमेंट है। हमारे पास में कोई अपॉर्चुनिटी नहीं है कि लर्नर जब चाहे वो पढ़े और जब चाहे वो अपना सर्टिफिकेशन अर्न कर ले, क्योंकि हम ये एज्यूम करते हैं कि उसको 20, 22, 25 साल तक लगातार पढ़ते रहना है, उसके बाद ही वो जॉब के लिए जाएगा। ये एक सबसे बड़ा ड्रॉबैक होता है, क्योंकि 25 साल तक जब वो पढ़ाई करता है, जब एम्प्लॉयमेंट मार्केट में जाता है, उसके पास जॉब ही नहीं होता और जीवन में उसकी सारी जो एबिलिटीज़ हैं वो कहीं ना कहीं अफेक्ट होने लगती हैं। Another is no scope for introducing latest knowledge in the curriculum। हमारा जो करिकुलम है वो बहुत ही एयर टाइट करिकुलम है। हम यदि चाहें कि अपना कुछ नया उसमें डाल सकें तो बहुत ही लेस अपॉर्चुनिटी होती है। मैं बहुत फ्रेंकली कहूँगी कि यदि हमें कुछ चेंजेस करना होते हैं तो एज ए टीचर हम कोई चेंज नहीं कर पाते जब तक कि वो लंबे